What's going on, y'all? Today we got When Rebranding Fails, Kai Cenat. Let's get
Some
into
say
it, man.
rebranding as a content creator, artist, or creative anything is a make or break in a lot of people's careers. You can have good creator rebrands, like Speed going from a kid yelling slurs in his mom's basement at 3 a.m. and doing voodoo rituals or whatever you call this.
Speed is deadass one of one. Nigga, how do you have a Beats and a Oakley's endorsement and you used to do shit like this? Nigga, how do you say who gonna stop me as a black man in America and somehow make it to the top of the world? They got MJ status now. Nigga was a fucking tweaker. He had to lay out them perks.
Genuinely, we gotta ask, what the f was wrong with Speed in 2021?
Oh.
To now becoming one
That nigga mama was wrong with him, bro.
of the biggest live streamers in the world and breaking generations of propaganda from the media. But then you also have creators on the opposite side of rebranding, like Sneeko. Turning from a person who used to be labeled one of the most creative
Nigga,
YouTubers
fucking
on this
disappointment,
platform
bro.
for his unique style of videos, to now having to hang out with the sinister six of streaming and appealing to racists because that's how much his audience has got diluted. Either have a sand machine grounding your ball sack for 5 minutes, or have your sister in a room with these guys for 5 minutes. Me personally,
This nigga Myron's the biggest coon of like the 21st century. Oh God, he is. This nigga, he got the most African Egyptian Muslim name, and he be hailing to the German man, and he be, bro.
I'm sorry for my offspring, but y'all can no longer be born. Sometimes these rebrands come naturally though, and I think those are always the best types. Just like how I mentioned Speed earlier, most of his rebranding came from him maturing from being a teenager that grew up on the internet and watching edgy creators, then actually went out in the real world and saw real people. There's a reason why the most edgiest creators on any platform, most of their audience is teenagers, because that's when you're the most on the internet and have the least life experience. There's also rebrands that are straight up a hard launch and the person is saying this is exactly how they're going to be moving like, which is usually more dangerous because you're telling the entire audience you built up that you're no longer that person they watched. And the newest rebrand we have from a big creator is none other than Kai Cenat. I don't think we've had a hard launch rebrand from somebody as big as Kai Cenat in a while. Not too long ago,
KC 3 million.
Yacht at woman getting up on his stream.
So
I'm sorry. Let me lock him out real quick.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? All right, bet. Go ahead.
The thought of an historian in the year 2900 going back to this time and studying these type of clips always crosses my mind. And now Kai's brand new look is him launching a fashion brand and trying to become a designer himself, while also self-helping himself by trying to fix his reading struggles and working out. Off the wording itself,
This nigga, the main problem with Kai's shit is the fact that it was such a like quick 180. This nigga just had the biggest subathon of all time. Nigga had LeBron, Raymond James on that bitch. And he was like, you know what? Fuck it, nigga, Vivek.
it doesn't sound bad at all. There's been two reactions to this. One being people who just hate to hate and basically hate on anything Kai does. If Kai does something like save a cat from a tree, they're in the comments saying some like he's worse than Hitler. Then there's a other group of people who genuinely just find his rebrand corny and don't like it. And if you see my videos, I've defended Kai from random who just hate to hate on the internet or try to find a random problem. But I've also been critical of Kai, and this rebrand was
executed terribly.
This all started back when he ended his subathon at the end of September in 2020.
Shit like Whiplash, bro.
He had 1 million subs, had 1 million viewers at the end. He had every celebrity in the book on it. LeBron James shaved his head on stream. We could have just left the last part. All we needed to see was the king on stream. And after his stream ended, he decided to take a long hiatus to spend it with his girlfriend vacationing around the world, seeing different places. Kind of awkward knowing that now, considering they just went through a pretty public breakup and she's dissing all of his friends and people around him.
See, I'm not gonna lie. This is what made this shit the corniest thing he possibly could have done. Kai, I'm all for the rebrand, bruh. But he talking about some, I'm single and I will never be in another relationship again. Like this nigga Light from Death Note, bro.
Around him. On this vacation, he was probably trying to think of how he would even come back and be able to top what he just did. Like if I was in Kai's position, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't know what the to do. I broke a record that probably won't be beat in our lifetime and had LeBron James on at the same time. I gotta end off everything with that. Which is why he announced in a video on January 13th that he's officially quitting streaming. And it turns out that was actually clickbait. Shocker.
That's when you gotta make a movie, bruh. You gotta make a movie. You can't top it. There's just no topping it right now. Unless you buy a country.
That would document document his
For a
journey.
streamer,
This was
call it
probably the worst thing he did in his
Streamer Island.
rebrand, and is the thing people are making fun of the most. In the reading videos, one weird thing he does is flex the phone timer after his reading time is supposed to end, to show people that he's become a reading god above the average human brain input and output.
Location, creating, and implementation intention is a strategy you can use.
Hey, gun to the back of your head, you not reading for that long. Niggas don't read for that long.
Implementation intention formula is I will behavior and time and location.
Shit.
Habit stacking.
He telling us that his
emotional pain,
his attention span is up there.
which can open the door for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been 30 minutes.
Implementation intention is a strategy that you can use. If you already want a 40v1.
Like, alright, man.
I can't lie, that shit funny though.
The same reading comprehension as Shakespeare. If he didn't put this timer bit into the reading videos, it wouldn't have received even close to the amount of hate it's getting. In the comments of all the vids, people are basically clowning him, saying he's trying too hard to be performative with it, and also are saying he's reading but not actually comprehending what it's saying. Something that could have made it better is if he showed some notes that he was writing down while reading the books to show that he was actually retaining the information and keeping what the books actually say in his head. Unironically, middle school teachers got one up on that.
Hey, this nigga look like Kobe, low key. Yeah, y'all see it, bro? Nigga, like somebody took a teacher and AI face swap Kobe on that bitch.
They was right on that, because you do not retain shit after reading a book for the first time. But that timer thing was gonna cook him either way. He's got to put that one in the closet. Overall, it is good he's actually taking initiative to improve himself, though. And there's clips too where he doesn't understand.
This nigga needed
words,
to learn how to
searches up what
read,
it
bro.
means on camera, where people are clowning him for not knowing a word's meaning, which I find so weird. People will always say try to improve yourself by reading books or going to the gym or learning whatever habit. And when you showcase yourself trying to improve yourself, they just clown you. In 2026, a can't even be curious about something without getting the sped allegations. Meanwhile, those same people are fat chuds on the internet that do nothing but comment on people all day. And we
Niggas can't even read books without getting clowned out, bro. Niggas hate on anything, bro.
Is atrocious. I know this as a creator because I'll say something, a person won't even finish the video or just pause on that part, then go in the comment section writing a whole paragraph explaining why they hate me and how my take is wrong. Half the population reads at a 6th grade level here. We gotta start doing reading clubs again. I'm glad to be in the group of Gen Z kids that got out school right when AI was about to hit. Because if I was in school right now, I'll let y'all know, I would be a couple of octaves dumber than I already am. Then there's the fashion pivot. On that same channel, he's posting videos of him learning how to make clothes for his fashion brand, which doesn't have as much hate as the reading, but it's more of the way he presents it, I would say. His
Kai Cenat the third, be so fucking for real, nigga. You not gonna be hand making all your pieces. You finna have a Chinese sweatshop and you finna have Jiao in that bitch absolutely
fashion
doing
brand
slave
is called
work.
Rebrand, and one way he's advertising it is with his own journal. The journal having designs and sketches of what he wants in it. And the way he's talking about this journal and flexing it, you would think he's writing some new verses for the Bible. Even on the Vivette website,
Nigga finna have Nihao Kai Land in that bitch making pieces. Come on, bro.
So it's
Let's be
clear the
real.
journal is the main marketing tactic he has for his whole fashion brand, which isn't an uncommon thing. Every fashion designer has their own type of documentation of the process of making a product. Kanye is somebody who did this a lot and showed off his sketches.
Damn, what, he
It's
got to say
confusing on
copyrighted?
Kai's vision for it, because in different videos he's saying so many things about what it's supposed to be, and he's changing the camera quality on the videos to make it look more like a documentary, which is now being called the performative quality. The funniest one has got to be him recording himself writing in his journal on a 3DS, which got deleted.
Multi-millionaire nigga recorded off a 3DS, bruh. Come on, dude. He trying to make this shit look like he been doing it from the beginning, bruh. It's okay, twin. You recorded in 2026. You own $30,000 live streaming
When you
backpacks.
achieve a lot or you do good, you start to succeed. You start to exceed it. Like you start to keep going at a crazy.
I hope this shit work out. What the
way,
fuck is this nigga doing?
Like shit dark for me. But as soon as I hold this journal up, it's a lot like more focused on it.
That journal better have the cure to cancer the way he's showing it. Crazy thing is, even if the journal does have good designs and people want to buy it, the videos have cooked anything associated to it. People will just look back at the videos and start dying laughing. There was absolutely zero need to record this video on a 3DS. I feel like even he looked back at this and said, all right, I'm doing too much. People were memeing the whole thing. It also opened the floodgates of old clips showing
Oh
Kai
shit,
trying to fit
Drewski,
in
don't
with
do it to
certain
him.
things, where you can't put it any other
Big
way.
old fat
He's
ass
just saying
nigga
some shit to be
doing faster
performative
nigga
for the
poses.
camera.
Yo, if you could describe your outfit with a song, what would it be? Viva La Vida by Cosplay.
What the fuck is
Kind
that?
of bust it up, but headphones.
Like, you cannot use those.
Performative.
Why you capping this? You cannot use those.
These the performative 12s right here, bruh. At least he ain't used the Apple.
The 16, 15 iPhones.
Thank you. These don't work. No, it just broke today.
How it broke?
Kai, you can use AirPods. We know you're rich, dog. And before people get on my ass for wearing these wired headphones, look back the past 4 years. I've been wearing these in every single video the past 4 years, all right?
And that's
I'm not
real.
faking. I'm not sure why he does it or if he tries to do it subtly so people don't notice much. But in 2026, with all the forms of social media we got, people are gonna be able to tell when you're faking it. I do believe, though, that even with all these performative shenanigans, he actually got into fashion and likes it. You can tell his fashion game has changed a lot in the past couple of years. And I'm sure people will say that this whole thing is fake or a grift because it happened so soon. That can happen to anyone with anything, though. Sometimes you get into something and like it so much a lot in a short period of time, you want to start trying it yourself or going out into that industry. The way he's advertising it, though, is way too performative. There's
Kai had to, yeah, I was just about to say, Kai had to hit a Cardi, bro. You gotta disappear off the face of the internet for like a year or two, like minimum, so you can have a realistic change. This shit was just so like breakneck.
And it looked like he was protecting an ancient scripture that had burned down what vaporized half of humanity's information.
Bro, this aura, bro. This nigga Yeezy in there, bitch. Just quit playing with him. That nigga's protecting the scripture of Vivette, nigga.
I didn't understand why people were
return the slap of Vivette, nigga.
And as soon as I saw these clips, I understood why. Whoever told him on his team that this will look tough gotta be fired. Other fashion designers there were probably looking confused as hell. This isn't to say that Kai's clothing brand is gonna come out and look trash or ugly, but it's more of the marketing tactic and how it was done. In fact, I think a lot of the people hating saying the clothes are gonna look ass would start wearing it if all of a sudden people actually like it and start wearing it out. One thing Kai's gonna mainly struggle with in the
Vivette gonna be the new
Balenci,
but it's Vivette though. That Vivette summer 26.
Transformation naturally happens on its own and isn't a hard pivot, because not only is he gonna get low broed by the fashion elites there and they'll just see him as the streamer guy, also it's the clips and what type of streamer he was, doing a bunch of goofy stuff for stream. It's way easier for you to be a small content creator and have collabs with the bigger content creators, because content creators are usually more genuine, which can lead to you blowing up and having your own career.
That shit just not true, twin. I ain't gonna lie.
Content
creators ain't shit, nigga.
Tell you if you're
they only use you when you blowing up, nigga.
Because they don't think it will sell well. And people memeing this whole thing is definitely not helping potential fashion collaborators take it more serious. The whole
they only fuck with you when you hot.
Very fast though. It was only 3.5 months he was gone before doing this whole change. I feel like minimum you need a year for something like this. I guess for now we're gonna have to wait and see how it goes. I don't know if he's gonna completely quit streaming, but if I was his friend giving advice, I say hell no. No matter what, as a content creator, unless you're gonna retire after like 10 or 15 years, you gotta serve the people that built you up to what you are. Or maybe that's only me. So y'all will have me for another painstaking 10 years at minimum. Enjoy. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yes, more TommyNFG. Oh, you sound like you're trying to give yourself an intro. Twin, I'm cutting you off right now, Mr. Tommy Gun, Mr. Speakeasy. You know what I'm saying? This has been when Rebranding Fails, specifically Kai Cenat the third. You know what I'm saying? Vivette man, Vivette mom. You know what I'm saying? If you made it this far to the video, twin, I appreciate you for fucking with me. You know, go ahead, give me a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, because you obviously liked the video. Check out all my links in the description. I'm dlahnz on everything. Appreciate y'all for watching the video, man. Peace out.